it's exciting to be with James and Erica and Kale. We had a great time up in Valley Forge last night, and just looking for the same energy here in Philadelphia. And like I said, just happy to be back in Philadelphia.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Delaware County, Alden, little town. Went to Lansdowne Alden High School. Spent a lot of time here in Philadelphia with the U.S. team. We trained at Temple University, so commuted from Alden into Temple for 2 years when this was our home base from '82 to '84.
You mentioned the reunion coming up this year, the 30th reunion. Are there any Philadelphia people in that team, on that team besides yourself?
Yes, the 30th reunion that's going to be at the Spooky Nook in Lancaster. The U.S. Field Hockey is honoring the 1984 team, inducting them into the Hall of Fame. So there will be Beth Anders, grew up outside of Philadelphia. Chris Larson, who's also a Penn Stater, she's a Philadelphia native. Gwen Cheeseman, she actually coached at Temple for a while. Julie Staver went to the University of Pennsylvania. She was one of our captains. Anita Miller, she's also from Gladwin, Pennsylvania. So there are a bunch of us, yeah.
Sure, what's been your impression so far of James? I know you got to know Bill pretty well, been around him a lot. So far, how many times have you and Coach Franklin interacted?
Coach Franklin, he's busy. He's got a real busy schedule. He's everywhere. So I'll tell a funny story later in the program about how I got him to do a shout out about me getting married. And that was the first time that I met him. I asked him to give a shout out to friends of mine, teammates of mine that were gathering the weekend after I got married. So had a great conversation with him. Had a chance to watch him interact with a lot of the different sports and coaches, seen him at a couple head coaches meetings, but from the time when I first met him that day and then spending time with him yesterday and today, it's really the only time that I've had a chance to be with him. But love his energy. I think he's bringing such a great, vibrant attitude into the program. I think Bill did a tremendous job. Miss him. I think he did a tremendous job in transition, and just happy that he's pursuing his goals as a head NFL coach.
I enjoy getting out and meeting people and traveling, and we get to spend a lot of time with other coaches and staff of the athletic department. So it's a great opportunity for us. Yeah, and I mean, really, I'm here to support Coach Franklin and the football program. Obviously, I mean, they're the engine of the athletic department and a big part of the university, obviously, as well. So so that's all we're trying to do, is just support Coach Franklin, and happy to do that. And obviously, it's very important.
How many different Franklin themed T-shirts do you have?
Well, I only have 2, so I'm gonna have to be creative tomorrow. I'm gonna come up with, but yeah, it's just we just want to have a good time and be relaxed. And if you can find a reason not to wear a collared shirt, why not go with it? Makes sense. So.
What have your interactions with James been like thus far? You got to hang out with him a little bit last night. He's been to a couple wrestling matches.
Yeah, he's very impressive. What you see is what you get with him. That energy and that passion that he has. When he's speaking, it's with him all the time. You can just tell. He doesn't turn off. For even a second. He's always thinking and planning and figuring things out and learning and growing. But yeah, it's been a pleasure to get to know him, and I've been able to spend some time with his staff even, and just kind of picking their brains on what they're doing. And I think he has a very unique approach to a lot of things with the coaching, with the recruiting, and that's all. We're just trying to pick something up here and there, and work together and learn from each other, and we can learn a lot from him. So yes, sir.
No, obviously cool being back in Philadelphia and driving through the city this morning, and had a great event yesterday in King of Prussia. So it's been really good, and hanging out with the coaches on the bus has been awesome. So looking forward to visiting with you guys today, and any questions you guys might have.
Are you a Philly sports fan?
Yeah. When I'm in Pittsburgh answering questions from the Pittsburgh media, I answer it in support of Pittsburgh. But I'm a big supporter of the whole state. But yeah, growing up in this part of the state, I grew up with The Sixers and the Flyers and the Eagles, obviously, and the Phillies, all those sports. So I remember selling programs at the stadium, as a kid, and my buddies grew up selling pretzels on the street. And actually, 3 of my buddies that I grew up with that sell pretzels in the street, and I went to college with, are highly successful right now. One of the most prominent pretzel companies in the city, and really have franchised and gone nationwide. Have really done extremely well for themselves. So it's funny. I remember when I first started dating my wife, we'd be at like a Denny's in California, and she'd say, "Look, honey, they got Philly cheesesteaks on the menu." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not getting a Philly cheesesteak at Denny's in California." But yeah, it's been cool being back home. But yeah, I grew up as a hometown guy. I never really understood people that their basketball team is the Lakers and their football team is the Patriots and all that. To me, you support your hometown or your home state team.
Do you have time to follow any of those sports, or you're just too busy?
I don't watch a whole. To be honest with you, I was never, even growing up, I wasn't a guy that watched a lot of college or pro sports. I was kind of out doing it myself. Staff will make fun because my offensive coordinator is a huge Mets fan, and my chief of staff, Jamal Griffin, is a huge Dallas Cowboy and Orioles fan, and we kind of always have these discussions. So I'll just happen to see a score on ESPN, and I'll either text them or call them or say something in the morning if the Phillies beat the Mets or whatever it may be. And they always ask me, they say, "Name 4 players on the team." And I say like Gary Maddox and Mike Schmidt, and, Steve Carlton, yeah, there was a kind of a time that I grew up, obviously, with Julius Erving. Was kind of what I grew up in. The baseball players that I just mentioned, and football was kind of the transition from Ron Jaworski to Cunningham and Mike Quick and those guys. So that was kind of cool growing up in that time. And then I remember, I'll never forget, my dad was a big boxing fan, so Hagler, Hearns, Spinks, Sugar Ray Leonard, that was a great time. I remember watching kind of all those fights as well. But yeah, I'm a hometown guy. I'm a hometown guy.